Hey everyone, I'm excited to let you know that this month's video is sponsored by Keen. Now, I've worked with Keen in the past and I wanted to share with you a special deal that I will get to in a minute. But first, let me tell you about my experience connecting with a Keen advisor. I've shared before that when I need to get a reading for myself, I've gotten readings through Keen. Just yesterday, I got a reading from a lovely advisor named Lynn. She was very similar to myself in that she is very practical, direct, and simple in her delivery when communicating things throughout the reading. She gave me insight into my relationships, and she even helped me come up with some new ideas for my business. Now, what I love most about Keen is that the advisors are available 24/7, and you can even schedule a time if you want. And this is great if you have an advisor that you prefer to work with or an advisor that you've already established a relationship with. So here's the deal that Keen has extended to my viewers. You can get your first 10 minutes for just $1.99. And the price after that depends on which advisor you choose. But the best part is that this service is backed by a satisfaction guarantee. Keen is the most affordable way to meet new advisors, especially when you want guidance and support on things like dream interpretation, chakra clearing, getting insight into certain situations, career plans, relationships, whatever. Now, once you become a Keen user, each week you'll get emails that offer discounts and specials so you can get multiple readings in the most efficient way available. So make sure you check your inbox this week if you're already a Keen customer. Now, if you haven't signed up with Keen yet, it's a really simple process that can be done via mobile or desktop. All you're going to do is head on over to trykeen.com/intuitive gems, and you'll click on the sign up button and follow the steps to get started. The whole process should take less than 2 minutes, and you'll be on your way to connecting with a screened and talented advisor instantly. So I want to say thank you again to Keen for sponsoring this video, and now on to your reading. Hello, Aries. Welcome to Intuitive Gems. My name is Desiree, and I will be doing your money, wealth, finance, prosperity, and abundance reading for the month of August 2020. If this is your first time catching one of my readings, I do invite you to subscribe, because I do these readings each and every month, and I would love to share your money message with you. For the readings this month, Aries, I will be using my Spellcaster's Tarot. For clarifiers, I will be using my Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot deck, and then I will close out your reading, Aries, with an Angels of Abundance Oracle card. So let's go ahead and get right into the reading. What do we need to know for the sign of Aries as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of August 2020? What do we need to know for the sign of Aries? All right, Aries. Looks like the theme of the first week of August for you, Aries, I'm getting pause and release. Pause and release. And let me make sure all the cards are in frame here. Now I say pause and release just from these two cards here, Six of Swords and the Devil in reverse. Then we have Three of Wands, Page of Wands, Five of Swords, Eight of Cups, all in the reverse. All right. Okay, so Six of Swords, Three of Wands. Six of Swords, like I said, this tells me that there's been some like moving and then stopping and then planning and then unplanning. It's like things are going and there, it's like a stop and go thing, stop and go energy as we move into August. Now this is not anything you can control, Aries, okay? Which is why I think that's what's coming through with the release part. Now, the Three of Wands here, this also talks about plans that were made but were put on hold. Okay, so we have movement, which was stop and go. We have plans that were made and then put on hold. Now we have the Devil in reverse. Now the Devil in reverse means breaking free of bondage, right? So here we go with more of the release. You're moving through boundaries, limitations, unhealthy habits, unhealthy thought patterns, behavioral patterns, whatever the case may be. You're moving through that. Then we have the Page of Wands here. The Page of Wands talks about changes in the workplace. You're getting news and information about things happening at work that you just, they're affecting you. And I'm getting the sense that it's very annoying, it's very inconvenient, and it's very much, it's like irritating. I'm feeling that as an empath. I'm feeling that, and that's what I'm getting from this card here. It's like you got notice of things at work happening. You know, like all of us have to wear masks now. And so it's like annoying. It's like it's inconvenience, and so it's like throwing your whole energy off. Okay, it's just like being really irritated. Next, we have the Five of Swords here again. This is a breakdown in communication. Be very, very careful in your conversations with people, because people can easily misinterpret or filter what you're saying, so they think you said something and that's not what you meant. Okay, so just be very careful. Now this all comes into play because of the energy around your money and around your work. Okay, so these are things that are much more on the personal level, but they're affecting your productivity, your outcome, your output, your I want to say your workflow. Eight of Cups here. Now the Eight of Cups is interesting because it means you're just not ready to let something go. Remember we talked about pause and release. The Eight of Cups talks about, yes, you're on the pause part, but you're not sure if you want to walk away or release just yet. Now this could be a job, it could be a business situation, a partnership, it could even be a relationship. But whatever the case may be, you're still undecided about something, okay? And that's definitely going to affect, it's going to affect your mental clarity and your ability to make profitable decisions, okay? So the first week of August, Aries, is definitely going to be, it's going to be an awareness to where you really get clear about what it is you want to do and how you want to do it. Okay, so let's see what else is showing up for you, Aries, as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of August 2020. What do we need to know for the sign of Aries? Okay, Aries. All right, as we move into the second week of August, you're going to be feeling a lot of changes. I'm getting protection, guarded, almost like boundaries. Now, I have to say, when I look at some of these cards here, the Four of Swords in particular, that tells me that there's people who are going to try to challenge you in a way, and you're going to have to be ready for it. But I have a feeling you're already aware of this, Aries. This Four of Swords talks about someone challenging you, someone doing something that the word violates your boundaries. Someone oversteps what they should rightfully know is uncalled for, and it puts you in a position to where you're very guarded and you're very much trying to maybe not protect yourself, but definitely defend your rights as a person, as a professional. And I'm feeling like this is something going on in the workplace. Now this card is more of giving you a heads up, right? Don't allow someone to trigger you or to push your buttons or to make you feel manipulated in any way. Now, this could be someone in your workplace, a colleague, a coworker, a supervisor, whatever. It could also be something in your personal life too. Something in your personal life that affects you in your work life, therefore indirectly affects your money flow. All right, so I just want to give you that heads up, Aries. Now we have the Queen of Pentacles here. Now the Queen of Pentacles is a very powerful card in the sense that she talks about being financially literate, making good decisions, doing the research, doing all of the things that are necessary in order to set yourself up or to set herself up for success. And I feel like you're definitely doing that. You're getting your ducks in a row. So maybe you can make that decision to move on, to break away. Next, we have the Nine of Swords. You've gone through periods of stress and worry and discouragement. Not anymore, because you're in control. You're making decisions, you're making a plan, you're starting to implement those plans, and you're starting to really feel the energetic shift. You know that there are things that you can do in order to increase your money and your abundance, and you're starting to make them happen. Eight of Pentacles. This is the card that I talked about, protection. It also talks about the workflow. You're definitely going to be busy. You're definitely going to probably have your workload increase. This is very good because it could also mean an increase in revenue, an increase in customers, an increase in clients, an increase in business. Okay, so get ready for that because you're going to be very busy once we hit that second week of August. Tower card in a reverse position. I love seeing the Tower card in reverse because this talks about the worst is over. The destruction is already done. Now the path is clear and open and ready for you to literally start fresh with a brand new slate. The Tower card also talks about powerful lessons that you have literally taken a hold of, and you have used those lessons and used that information to move forward in a much more rich and satisfying way. Now the Tower card too also talks about breakthroughs happening. Sometimes this happens, or this card shows up when things happen that look like they're very destructive and very negative, only to be surprisingly beneficial for everyone involved. So this is definitely a positive, good card. Once we start moving to roughly the end of the second to third week in August, you're going to see breakthroughs happening. The worst is over, and there's nothing but growth, prosperity, and fulfillment ahead. Okay. Let's go ahead and clarify Aries and see what else is showing up for you. As it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of August 2020. Yes. Here we go. Okay. You want to come out too. All right, so just as I thought, get ready, Aries. Wheel of Fortune in the upright position. This really is an unexpected stroke of good luck. The wheel literally turns in your favor, serendipity, really good things are starting to show up. or they literally just out of the blue, it's like your lucky day. This is exciting because you definitely have good luck coming the second half of August. Get ready. We have the Tower card in the reverse again. Remember, we just saw that card here. The path is cleared. Breakthroughs. The worst is over. There's nothing but good ahead. You know, there's nothing but building, you know, rebuilding. You know, you can only go up from this point, so get ready for it. You also have the Sun card, another one of the most positive cards in the deck. Doesn't matter if it shows up in the reverse, it just means that, you know, your good and your fulfillment may be take a tiny bit longer, it may be to a lesser degree. The Sun card in the reverse also talks about, you know, things are definitely happening, and you may just expect things to go one way, but they go in a different way, and it's even more beautiful than what you thought. Okay, so don't have any attachments to specific outcomes. Just know the direction you're going. You know, kind of let go of specifics. Just know, hey, this is what I want, and I'm open to allowing it into my life in whatever way, shape, or form and timing possible. Knight of Pentacles here. This means that you do have people are showing up. I'm reading this card two ways. This means someone literally has their hand out asking for a loan. The other way that this card, that I could interpret it, would mean that you're getting delays in some type of assistance, right? So maybe you applied for a loan or some type of, you know, support program, whatever. And, you know, you're going to get it. It's just taking a little bit longer than what you thought. You know, so your plans are on hold because you're still anxiously waiting. So depending on your situation, both of those interpretations could apply, or maybe just one or the other. Again, Ten of Cups, another positive card. This is the ultimate joy, happiness, fulfillment card. Another one with the Sun card. Again, this is your good is coming. It just may not be to the degree that you expect, but definitely get ready for it because you do have money moving towards you. Things, abundance, prosperity is moving towards you. It's moving in your direction. All you have to do is get ready for it and allow it and get ready to accept it. Now we have the Nine of Swords here. The Nine of Swords, sometimes I feel like you just don't trust yourself, Aries. It's almost like you get a little discouraged and you get, you know, if one tiny little thing doesn't go as you expected it to, or you had hoped that it would, it's like you think everything is just falling apart, and that's not the case, not at all. You're just going to have to trust and just kind of calm down and not label things as bad just because it's not, you know, perfect. You just have to be a little bit more flexible, I guess would be the word, as it relates to your work and to your money, and just trust that it's on its way, and you don't have to get discouraged or lose faith just because it's not showing up in exactly the way you thought it would. Now we also have the Empress here, which means that the seed has been planted. Things are growing. Things are definitely maturing. The other thing about the Empress is that there is new growth. There is new things being created. This is a highly creative card as well. If you are a creator, this is definitely a good sign that you are on the right path. The other thing about the Empress is sometimes this is the pregnancy card. It could be you're giving birth, literally, or it could be that you're giving birth to a new business project, a new business plan. Maybe you have your money multiplying as well. Sometimes I see this card when there's a huge investment win or an investment payoff where, you know, things just increase, and they increase really, really well, you know, but it's still very slow and steady, but it's consistent growth. So that's a very good thing. All right, so what else do we need to know for the sign of Aries? Okay, as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance. For the month of August 2020. Okay. All right, Aries. So, as we close out the month of August, you're going to be feeling a lot of, I'm feeling emotional stuff. Now, the Ten of Wands in the reverse is good because that means that, burdens are being lifted, responsibilities are being shifted on to more appropriate people in people who are much more better equipped to handle things. So you're going to be alleviated of a lot of things that you should not have been dealing with in the first place. This is really, really good. Now, the Ace of Cups talks about a brand new relationship. Now, this could be personal. It could also be something in work. It could be you get your dream job. It could be, you start working on a passion project and things start taking off really, really well. This also could mean, too, that you're just so happy and you're so fulfilled. You're doing work you love. You're working with people you enjoy. You're in an industry or an environment where things just really start happening for you in a positive, exciting way. This is very, very good. So, just know that, like I said, we had that here in that third week of August where, good definitely is making its way to you, and it looks like it's going to continue to do so as we close out the month of August. Now we have the Three of Pentacles here. You're going to be doing a lot of work by yourself, a lot of solopreneur, independent work, things where you're just kind of working for yourself, by yourself. This is a good thing for some of you. Some of you may not necessarily choose this, but you're going to find an opportunity there. You're going to see that you're better than what you thought you were, okay? Like you may feel like, oh my God, I'm abandoned, nobody's helping me. But at the same time, you push through and you make these realizations and you learn these things about yourself that definitely help you not only now, but also in the future, especially as it relates to your work and to your career. Now we have the Knight of Wands here, which means somebody is showing up at your workplace. Now, every time I see the Knights in reverse, a lot of times that tells me that something shows up, but it's not exactly what we expect or what we wanted. Remember, we had that same thing happen here with the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Wands usually talks about the workplace or the work environment or your business environment, your place of business. Excuse me. I'm going to take a sip of water, but sometimes we just have to work through things, even though we can't necessarily decide who shows up and for what reasons. We have to just work through the situation. We have to just kind of not ignore it, but it's one of those things where you just kind of do the best you can with what you have. And that's what I'm getting with this card here. It's like something or someone shows up. It definitely was not your first choice, but you're going to make the best of it, as best as you know how. Now, this is interesting here. I've got the Two of Cups and the Lover's card, both in the reverse. And then they fell onto this Two of Swords here. I don't know, Aries, if you are going through a relationship thing throughout the month of August, but it could be. It could be that you're going through a personal relationship, could be a personal breakup of some sort. And so you have some decisions to make, and that affects your work and that affects your money in a very big way. If you're going through a divorce or a breakup, or you're moving out or someone else is moving out, there's financial implications that have to be addressed and have to be dealt with. And I feel like that's kind of what this is here. It's not necessarily money related directly, but it's a situation that's going to affect your money, and you have to pay attention and you have to make some decisions, okay? Because you don't have necessarily a lot of options, but you do have to do something in order to protect yourself, in order to set yourself up to win. This isn't about trying to rob somebody or trying to scam anyone, but at the same time, make sure you're getting your fair share. Don't allow yourself to be taken advantage of, or someone to kind of, make out like a bandit at your expense. Okay, just really pay attention to what's going on with this, because I do see there is some type of a divine separation. Now, if this is not a personal relationship, this could be a work or a business dissolving as well. It could be that you are finally fed up enough to leave a professional or work situation that no longer serves you. It could also be that you just decide to go in a new direction. You know, no hard feelings, nobody's at fault, you're not angry. It's just that you have made the decision to move on to something better for you, and something that's definitely going to fulfill you more, and something in the long term that will bring you more money. So this is all a good thing, because it's allowing you to kind of take that next step into the next phase of your life. So Aries, you have a very, I want to say, an up and down month for August. You know, it's not that, you know, things are horrible, and it's not that things are, you know, perfect all the time, but you definitely have some highlights here, more highlights than lowlights. And it's just about you kind of doing the best you can while you hold on for the ride. All right, Aries, let's go ahead and close out your reading with an Angels of Abundance Oracle card. And you got focus on your priorities. Where you put your focus is where you receive your outcome. Your priorities are calling to you, which may produce a feeling of anxiety unless you give them the time and attention they and you deserve. I think that totally echoes your reading today. Even a small amount of time devoted to your priorities will help you feel better and more confident. This is so spot on, Aries. So spot on. So, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, observations, feel free to drop them down in the comment section below. And if you would like to connect with me for a private reading, I will have that information linked for you in the description as well. All right, Aries, thank you so much for joining me for this reading. We will definitely do it all again next month.